20 minutes of experience between them. They rate movies on a scientifically rigorous scale, approved or denied. They watch it, so you don't have to. This is Quality Assured Films.
Do you have a space gem?
No, go fish.
You fucking...
Do you have a mind gem?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Ooh, Infinity Gauntlet.
Who the hell are you guys?
Oh, I'm Jon.
I'm Mike.
And we're a Quality Assured Films.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
Marvel's Infinity War.
Yes.
A movie that asks you to run the gauntlet, if you will, of an infinite runtime.
I love it. Yes, this fucking film clocked in at what, 240?
At least.
Ooh.
It felt like an eternity. As a comics character.
Oh.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same.
We'll do non-spoilers then spoilers.
Yeah.
So, what are your non-spoilery thoughts on this movie?
Well, we've been waiting for a while. Of course, it was all
For this episode.
Oh, yeah. For that too. I know, it's been like a year and a half. You've aged well, my friend.
Oh, thank you. You have not. This is our first video, too.
Oh, yeah?
So we're experimenting. You can't do that!
I am very excited to talk about this movie because I know it's all been building to this big moment. I mean, this is half of a two-part film, but...
Right.
But what, 10, how long was it? 10 years ago? 15, the first Iron Man?
Yeah, 10 years, 2008.
No one's allowed to talk, is that it? You can't talk?
No, you intimidate them.
Good God, you're a woman.
So now here we are, finally everybody together, and I kept thinking to myself, how the hell are they going to pull this off? Like,
yeah, even in 2 hours, how is there going to be enough time for like 30 characters? Everyone's going to get 2 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they did a fantastic job. The way they broke people up, and then the different missions and the different things everyone did. Not a moment went by that I was like looking at the clock, which is my go-to moment where I tell whether or not a film's good if I notice my surroundings and time itself. But no, I didn't.
Wow.
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
And I think they kind of shortchanged themselves by not having Thanos really. They didn't build him up in the other movies, and so they had to spend most of this movie building him up.
Yeah.
To varying degrees of success.
Right.
But then that took all of the runtime away from everyone else.
Yeah.
So it didn't really get really good until that last bit, and then I was totally on board.
What's going on here?
Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
I did have that feeling, which I had during that first Avengers movie, of I am watching a comic book that has come to life.
Yes.
And I have not had that feeling since the first Avengers, and it came back for this, and so just sitting there having that feeling, even though I have, my qualms, I was still like, I mean, what more do I want?
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses.
The humor of the film?
Right.
I really like that a lot. And that's what makes these movies work, in my opinion. Like, the first two Thors were all right.
They were just fine.
Yeah, the third one, Ragnarok.
Yeah, just being a straight-up comedy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So then to carry that over, of course, the Guardians of the Galaxy and all of them, even though it was such a crazy, dire end of fucking the universe type story.
Yeah.
It was just peppered throughout with amazing jokes and little one-liners that didn't really come off as cheesy to me.
Groot, put that thing away. Now, I don't want to tell you again. Groot.
Hey, Groot.
Whoa!
Even Mark Ruffalo.
Oh yeah.
His performance, like, Mark Ruffalo, I love you, buddy. You put your all in it. He's literally like the scenes where he's talking to Tony and he's trying to tell him about the impending doom that's coming.
He's a plague, Tony. He invades planets, he takes what he wants, he wipes out half the population. He sent Loki. The attack on New York, that's him.
Kicking off the movie that way added so much weight.
Yeah.
To, I think that was one of the biggest strengths of the movie overall, was it felt like it had stakes. And I'll get into why later. I mean, you really felt like anyone could die at any moment.
Yeah.
And the faceless armies of the first two Avengers movies did not really give you that. And that was so effective in this movie. Like, Thanos was really scary.
I know. You're right. And I mean, like, goddamn, Steppenwolf, like, you look at the two of them.
Oh my god.
You're like, what? That's not even a fucking comparison.
Dude, if I was a DC executive, I would feel pretty stupid right about now.
Right.
I just kept thinking that. I was like, man, this is what Justice League should be.
Yeah.
Something I think that was not in the movie's favor was it's not over. It didn't really have a finished. It's not a movie.
Right.
My thing that I say all the time is like, just make a movie.
Yeah.
And like they didn't. It was clearly two movies. It was meant to be two movies that were split down the middle, so it doesn't have its own conclusion.
Yeah.
I'll get into that in the spoilers.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face.
Careful.
Okay, I'm being careful.
That's insane. We're about to... Yep. Gently. We're about to use the spoiler stone and talk some spoilers about Infinity War. Holy shit.
Okay, I have...
Okay, just pop that baby right.
Alright.
Right here.
So, he's huge.
So we're talking spoilers now, and earlier I was saying that it doesn't feel like a complete movie. It doesn't feel like a complete journey. The only way that it does is if you look at Thanos as the main character, as a protagonist, and he sets off on a journey to do a thing, and he does that thing, and he returns home having completed his mission. The only problem is that his mission is really dumb, and it makes no sense.
When I'm done, half of humanity will still exist.
Like, you're supposed to sympathize with him, but you can't really because his plan is so dumb and it's obviously evil. And so it doesn't really work.
The scene with Gamora.
Yeah, oh man.
Like, they keep giving the backstory of him and her and how he, like, took her under his wing even after, like, murdering all of her fucking people. So then...
And presumably all of the other little girls that he abducted and then forced to gladiator fight against each other that they talk about in Guardians 2.
That's right, I forgot about that. See?
I'm sorry, Volume 2.
Volume.
Excuse me. John Wick 2.
Chapter 2.
Oh, was it Chapter 2?
Chapter 2.
Fuck that.
Yeah, because even at that point, he there's like a tear that rolls down his face, and you're like, what? Fuck you. And then he throws her off, and she's dead.
Yeah. And that really bothered me, too, because I felt like she got relegated to the love interest.
Yeah.
Which is what I liked about Guardians, is that they didn't have to go there. Like, it was unsaid. They even make a joke about it. There's a term for this. It's called, from the comics, it's called fridging, like a refrigerator.
Okay.
And the reason it's called that, it's a trope. Because superheroes' girlfriends or wives, the only reason they exist is for them to die, and then for the hero to react to their death.
Right.
Like, they don't actually have any agency as a character. And the term itself refers to Kyle Rayner, who was a Green Lantern, and one of his supervillains murdered his girlfriend and contorted her body and put her in his refrigerator.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
They basically did that to Gamora.
Yeah.
Like, she existed in this movie to die. Yeah. And we're supposed to feel like Thanos had some sort of true love for her. Like, it did not work at all.
I will tell you what did work, though. His CGI.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
You hate those big CGI bad guys. I mean, who doesn't?
I know.
But
like I mentioned Steppenwolf before. Literally, you put a side-by-side comparison of the two. Right here. And, like, what? And from what I read, they had the same budget, essentially.
Oh, my God.
So how the fuck... But no, Josh Brolin, number one, he was fantastic and brought so much to that character.
I didn't know a lot about Thanos. I was a comic book guy, and I loved, you know, Hulk, Thor, that kind of thing. But, so I went in the comic book store wanting to get more information, and there were 3 guys in there. Dude, they went apoplectic. I mean, it was like... And I was like, what is the deal? And they were like, Thanos, 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 Thanos.
Speaking of Thanos, I wanted to go back to what we were saying about how he was scary. Because, like, honestly, I've seen so many superhero movies and so many fucking stories where it's like, it's the end of the world, or it's this or that. And you're like, okay, fine, no big deal. They'll figure it out. This movie starts right away with motherfucking Thanos.
Yeah.
Just destroying shit, killing people. Fighting the Hulk, like within the first minute or 2.
Not just fighting him, but beating the shit out of him.
Which, by the way, thank you. Otherwise, the whole movie would have been like, oh, it's building up to Hulk fighting him.
True. Good, very good point.
Right? Oh.
Yeah.
Screw you, you big green asshole!
They got that out of the way early.
Yes.
And then it really set the bar high. Like, oh man, the most powerful guy we've seen yet just got thrashed.
Yep.
No one has a chance.
Nope. And as the film progressed, and he kept getting more of the Gauntlet stones, or whatever they are,
Yeah.
Infinity Stones,
Yes.
shit's got more and more scary. Like, the power, you could feel it. I don't want to keep bringing this up, but going back to Justice League, they had the 3 boxes that he had.
Oh my god, that's a good point.
Right?
I didn't think of that.
And yes, he got 1 box, then he gets a 2nd box, but you never really felt like, oh no, don't let him get the 3rd box, other than them telling me he doesn't want all 3.
Right.
Oh man.
I think for me, the greatest success of it, the thing I enjoyed the most was the little moments. Even though it was this huge action set-piece movie, they got so many little character moments right, and that's probably what I'll like going back to watch it again.
Yeah.
The most for is those little moments. Like, going back to what I said about the DC executives, there's the moment when Cap shows up. Oh. They're underground and the train goes by and you see his silhouette in the shadows. I was like, that moment is up there for me with like the best Batman moments.
Earlier, when they first meet Thor, that whole scene where Thor's laying on the table.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, "Who's this dude?" And he's like, "This is not a dude. This is a man. You're a dude."
Oh yeah.
This is a man. A handsome, muscular man.
It's like his muscles are made of Kotati metal fibers.
Stop massaging his muscles.
Unfortunately, it takes away from the ending of Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
Because all those people, they're like, Asgard is not a place, it's the people, and then all those people get immediately murdered.
Yep.
So I was like, oh well, okay, well there's that.
That's true, and that goes to even the ending, which we should talk about. The big fucking ending.
Oh yeah.
That literally blew everyone's mind.
Well, I thought it was awesome that people in the theater, I'm invested in this franchise, but I did not realize how much the general public is. I mean, I guess the box office should tell me that. Yeah. But I did not realize how much my fellow moviegoers were invested in these characters. Like, really, whenever somebody was in big trouble, people were vocalizing. They were like, "Oh no!" And I was like, "Wow, I didn't realize people actually cared that much about him." That says a lot for Marvel.
It has literally been the adventure of a lifetime. I get a little misty thinking about it. So, I lucked out.
So there was a scene where Doctor Strange uses the time gem to see all the different realities, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
Because your question is like, why don't they fucking use the time gem? So he does. He says, I viewed every reality, and he was like, how many of them do we win? or in how many of them do we win? And there's a little pause, and everyone around me was like, none, one. Yeah, like it's gonna be one of those. Like, just shut the fuck up and let it happen. It bothered me that he said one, because then it's like, oh, okay, well, then whatever they do from here on out, he's gonna let it happen so that that's the reality in which they win, even though it seems bad.
Oh, true. That's true.
Yeah.
Because in the end, he saves Tony's life by giving the last stone, right?
Yes.
And you're like, why are you fucking giving?
Right. Why would you do that when earlier you said, "I will let you die if it means not giving up this gem"?
Yep.
So that means that giving up the gem was the key to their eventual victory. Which then I was kind of like, well, then who gives a shit?
Right.
Why do I even need to watch this then? I guess I don't know how. I don't know who's actually gonna make it. I don't know how it's gonna. You want to watch how it affects them emotionally. I get that, but I think it would have been better if he didn't answer.
Yeah.
Don't say one. Say none. Even none would be better than one. Because then you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like this is real. Everything you just saw, all those people that are gone. And this is what I said in a couple reviews ago, where like you now that we're adults, even kids, at our fingertips we have access to finding out what's going to happen, what movies are being filmed, what actors signed on for another 4 years to be this character. So knowing that the new Guardians of the Galaxy is being worked on, and the new Spider-Man, and all these people that you saw die, they have movies coming out. So it doesn't make sense.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.
Any wish list items that you'd like to see for Infinity War? Wait, what is it called? Untitled Avengers sequel?
Yeah.
Untitled Avengers 4 or whatever the fuck.
What do I want? I mean, there's only one thing I really want.
What's that?
And that's a motherfucking Deadpool coming up.
I mean, that would be great. I would love for the X-Men to show up and the Fantastic Four and have everybody. That's all we want. We just want everybody.
And they can make it work. They showed us they can make it work.
Yes, exactly.
Give it to the Russo brothers. They'll fucking rock it.
I would also like Steve Rogers and Bucky to kiss.
Oh.
How you been, Buck? Not bad for the end of the world.
I want Shuri to become the Black Panther.
Yeah, At
least for one movie. You know, in the interim.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah. I want Black Widow and the Hulk to break up.
Yeah.
I think their romance is so stupid. I want Hawkeye to save the day.
Oh, Hawkeye, yeah, where were you, buddy?
I want Normal Man to save the day.
Ow. I think fucking Bruce Banner needs to get over his anxiety about turning into the Hulk.
Oh, it seemed like the Hulk's anxiety.
Oh, yeah. Like he was afraid to transform the whole time.
Yeah.
And there was like one line in the movie, in the middle of all the action, it like stops for a second to have like the little quippy line, but it's him going, Hulk, we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I hated that.
And I was like,
Your friends are dying around you.
Yeah.
Hulk, we got a lot to figure out, pal.
I'm assuming there's a time travel plot.
Yeah, there has to be.
So I really want some of those bad guys to come back. I thought like Glaive and Proxima Midnight, like the you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Wait, were these the people that were
the children of Thanos?
The lady that played Proxima Midnight, she is from The Leftovers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And she plays Nora.
And I thought at least Proxima was a really good bad guy.
Yeah.
Like they had some interesting things about them. And that is one thing that these Marvel movies don't have in spades. Stop killing off your interesting villains. Let them live for another day and bring them back later, I think. And I really wanted to see more of her. And I was so pissed that they just killed her. So I hope the time travel plot can bring back some of these things.
I had a bit of a bucket list. I wanted to work with Pratt because I thought he'd be good fun. Proven completely wrong on that front. He was arduous and boring and not particularly funny.
Boom! Final thoughts on Marvel's Infinity War.
I'm excited to see Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
Not DC's Captain Marvel, also known as Shazam.
Oh.
Marvel's Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, played by Brie Larson.
Yes.
Was teased at the little post. She was teased
at the
in the
post-credit
scene.
Which, by the way, I know nothing about comics, so every time these post-credit scenes happen, and I'm waiting the fucking 9 minutes through the credits, and then finally they show
As you should.
Recognize your credits and who makes film.
Yes.
But at the end of it, they finally show the scenes, and almost every single one, other than maybe early on where you see Captain America's shield, I have no fucking idea what happens. They just showed the Captain Marvel pager,
yeah,
and then it goes to credits, and everyone's around me what? I'm like, what the fuck? Why did I wait here? And then I hear somebody go, "That's Captain Marvel." I was like, oh, great.
You have a lifeline, John.
I know.
You can ask me.
Working with Lizzie has been really, really awesome. And I think there is something very powerful about being able to play women who do heroic things. And those women are so awesome. So we've had a really good time.
Now it comes down to the moment you've all been waiting for. Will this massive juggernaut, you like that? Be quality approved or quality denied?
My final verdict for this movie would be quality approved. Even though I was left a little, feeling a little weird with not having a true conclusion, I still really had a great time watching it, so
yeah,
have to approve it.
I also would have to agree and approve the living fuck out of this movie because I just enjoyed it. It was a long run time, but I honestly didn't feel bored. I loved the humor, I loved the characters. I can't wait till part 2. I can't wait to see how this ends. So, yeah.
And that means that we'll have to come back for part 2.
Yes.
In a year from now, or however long. Well, it'll be like a year and then another year for us to do the episode. So
right.
In 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. Right on schedule.
Quality approved.
Well, there you have it. Marvel's in Infinity War. Can you put that away, please?
Where am I supposed to put it?
I don't know, man. It's making me feel weird.
I guess
I wouldn't do that. That's
why not?
What the fuck,
John? I don't want to review any more movies, John. Please,
you don't have to.
Please don't make me. Please.
Oh my god! 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 I'm John. That was Mike. This is Quality Shirt Films.
Marvel's Infinity Length. The longest.
Can we put this away? The doctor will see you now.
What the fuck did I just watch?
You like my spaceship? I liked a lot, and
me too.
Yeah.
This is really worthwhile.
I'm John Francis. See you next week.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Where am I supposed to put it?
I don't know. Just get away from me. It's feeling weird.
Okay.
The female lady.
Yeah, the female lady.
The female lady.
And he comes. Then he does it.
And then it does it. What? Can you please put that away?
What am I supposed to do with it?
I don't know. Put it in your pocket or something. Shit, it's making me feel weird.
Welcome to comics, John.
This is what it's like. All of these things. I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Oh my god, Mike! Oh my god, what the fuck? Scott.
What is happening? Good night, everybody.
I wouldn't do that. That's
why not?
What the fuck?
John. I don't want to review any more movies, John. Please.
You don't have to.
Please don't make me. Please.
Oh my god! 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 I'm John. That was Mike. This is Quality Shirt Films.